So, I've been trying to search down and track down this game for over 3 years. And that is this game right here. Clash of the Anti-World. But in Europe, there's a complete different box and cover. Yes, sir. Welcome home, Rep Pack. It's your boy Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the channel where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, and I'm also trying to create the world's biggest Spongebob and Nickelodeon collection. And I also have one of Nintendo's leading developers available to us during this video. She's actually the one that came up with the concept for Nintendogs.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and if you guys aren't, you know the drill. A Nickelodeon Nintendo flip? It's about to get a whole lot brighter, Red Pack, because your boy is here. And today is going to be a very, very special day because we are going to be adding to the Nickelodeon game collection. As you guys know, I have a lot of the Game Boy Advance Nickelodeon games. I even have a SpongeBob Game Boy Advance SP, otherwise known as SPongebob.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called from 2007.
Oh, what are they saying?
Nothing. It's just one of those really, really bad ringtones that I had to buy for $1. I think it's Soldier Boy. Along with even some of the DS games. I mean, I even got some sealed. We got the Yellow Avenger sealed on PSP and DS. Which one's graphics were better, you think?
Probably the DS.
PSP was dope, man, in graphics. But we do not have anywhere near all of them. So today, we're going to be documenting more of them using our protectors right here, adding them to the collection, talking about them, the nostalgia that we have with them. But not just that, we even have some Cartoon Network games that we're going to be adding as well. But let's get into this box and see what awesome Nickelodeon games we have to get into. These are some of my favorite things to add to the collection. And if you guys don't know, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, even Wii games, everything's going up in price, and it's probably too late to get some of that stuff if I don't get it now. So let's get into it. The first item actually isn't even a game. This all came from the same seller on Mercari, actually. It was on his account. So I just basically clicked a bunch of games, added to the cart, and I asked him, like, you know, can I get a discount for the ship because there's so many items? But I scrolled down to the bottom of his page, dude. I found an item for one of the most legendary Nicktoons games ever, and that is Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. One of the greatest covers for a game ever, in my opinion. Just so awesome. But this right here is a promotional DS Lite game cover. So you could actually put this on your DS and you have a customized DS skin for it.
That's pretty sweet.
But the thing is, like, so sweet about it is, like I said, is it's really, really high quality. It's got the 2007 trademark logo. It literally would just sit right here on top, which, you know, this is my original DS from when I was a kid, so it's super scratched up. But you would just sit it right here on top, dude, and that would look so freaking sick. The only reason I'm not gonna do that is because I only have this one, and I haven't seen another one of these listed. So if we can ever find a second one, I'm definitely doing my DS in this skin. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and add this to our archive folders because this is something we have to preserve. We don't even know where it was handed out at, but let's go ahead and add it to the document folder. Okay, so if you guys are new on this channel, whenever we get a piece of paperwork or any kind of documents that we need to preserve, we go ahead and put it inside one of these Mylar protectors and then also put it inside of another container to protect it and add it to the documents folder. The rest of this is all games, but I had to pick this item up, so let's sleeve it. Alright, so this protects it from dust, fingerprints, all that great kind of stuff. And this is a little bit more robust, a lot thicker to protect it even more. But we have our Nickelodeon document folder finished. Let's go ahead and add it to the files. So over here we have all of our weird documents and different things that we're trying to preserve. We got the Fairly OddParents book from last video. We got all of it in here. We're gonna add that to our files, close this guy up, keep it going. Let's see what other kind of awesome gaming related stuff we have in here. Okay, so our first item, I wanna know if you actually remember this, and that is Game Boy Advance Video.
GBA Video! Game Boy Advance Video!
I do remember that.
Do you have any of these?
Are they like black and white cartridges?
No, you're thinking about Video Now, the original ones. These are all in color. These are on the Game Boy Advance. These were made as a direct competitor. A lot of people think that this is a Video Now company. And a lot of people I've even heard called these Video Now Game Boy Advance cartridges. They're not made by Video Now, but it was a direct competitor released after the success of the Video Now. They made Game Boy Advance Video. It held way more episodes and the quality was way better. My favorite thing about them was I'm such a freaking loser. I was just like, literally, I would sync the episode that I had on my Game Boy Advance and wait for the episode on TV to get to that spot, and then I'd play them both at the same time, so that way I have it playing on my Game Boy and on the TV too.
Why?
I don't know. Oh man, it didn't really amount to anything, but I did it. So we have that right there. This is volume 1, but there's so many other ones that have come out and I want to start collecting them. Some of them are expensive, dude. Some of these go for hundreds of dollars.
Really?
Yeah, like the Pokemon ones, dude. There's 2 of these that are Pokemon themed, and those ones are pretty pricey, of course, you know? But these Rugrats All Grown Up one, I think I paid about $15 for, which is not a bad price at all. So the episodes on this one in particular is from All Grown Up, and that's Susie Sings the Blues.
I'm a wave in the ocean, the sunset on the sea.
And Coupe de la Ville.
And you know, Phil and I are twins, so if you think he's goofy looking, then I guess you think I am too.
And I actually remember both these episodes very vividly as well, so I'm excited to have this in the collection. I don't know if we're gonna put it up in the Game Boy Advance display, but we're gonna put this somewhere for sure today. I have a small problem. These do not fit inside of the Game Boy Advance game protectors that I have. So we're gonna have to find another type of protector for this or something else, but we're gonna go ahead and put it in the collection anyway. Do you remember what GBA ones you had? Because you seem like you did have one of them. I feel like you had the Yu-Gi-Oh one.
I think I had like a Drake and Josh one. I don't know.
That's like the worst thing to be transitioned into bits.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Was it the Fairly OddParents one? So this is Fairly OddParents. Again, this is number 1, so I'm so glad that we got this in here. But this has one of my favorite episodes of all time, and that is Information Superhighway. That's the one where he's like traveling through like the internet and going through text messages and like
Oh yeah.
just going through everything.
Chinese letters. Technology's amazing. I'm as far away from home as physically possible, and I got here in a millisecond.
Golly, good thing this Chinese restaurant is only 3 steps away from my house.
So he was going after a text message. Man, we've all been there before where you send something, you're like, oh, that was the wrong person. And you're like, I wish I could dive into my phone and scrape this up and just throw it away.
Yeah, like the words just escape you. No.
Yeah, but there's that one, and also the boy who would be Queen,
Hey, who wants to watch wrestling? We do!
and also Foul Ball.
Don't you want to try some Timos?
Bad loser cereal? Ooh, that's for pack mules.
But I thought it was just super cool to have number 1 of that setup. So we have 2 of the GBA video cartridges, so you guys can keep along with this collection. We only have these 2 right now, brand new, sealed though. Happy to add them to the collection. And right now, both these are at a really affordable price, but they won't be for long, and I guarantee that. Not a cash back guarantee though. Okay, so the next game is one of my favorite games of all time when it comes to a cartoon licensed video game. And this game I played 3 times in different difficulties, different characters. It was so much fun. And that is Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion. This game was years and years and decades at this point ahead of its time. Dude, this was Nick All-Star Brawl before Nick All-Star Brawl. I just got an opportunity to show Parker the trailer before this.
That looks fun.
It's amazing all the different landscapes you get to go to, like where you're in Starmalong and you get inside of Bubby as she comes out of nowhere and eats you, and then you're inside fighting.
Yeah.
I think it's just absolutely insane. So on the cover right here, we have the Powerpuff Girls Ben 10, Johnny Bravo, which has been a traditional character to put on the cover of Cartoon Network games for a long time now. If you even look back on the Cartoon Network racing game, he's the head guy, along with the sequel as well. And then we have Dexter, and then we also have Mac. But this game is just so, I cannot express to you how good the game is. Like, if you guys haven't played it, you need to get the game, because you fight against some of the greatest villains in Cartoon Network history. I have to say, one of those terrifying fights is fighting against him from the Powerpuff Girls, because they make it actually like some genjutsu freaky stuff going on.
Really?
And you have those, you know, your Astro Ace 40s headset on, you can hear his voice reverberating in the background where you're battling him.
This is going to be terribly beautiful.
But the craziest thing is like there's this whole big storyline where you're trying to unlock this one character, and you find out the character you're trying to unlock is Captain Planet.
Really?
And he ascends from the sky, and he just bodies the villain. And the head villain of the game, I can't tell you who it is, but it's from K&D.
Ooh.
The king, the father of darkness. That's all I'll say. As a Cartoon Network fan, you do everything you could possibly think of doing in that game. Cartoon Network has been ahead of the game when it comes to collabs for a long time. But this game is gonna be in the collection. It is brand new, sealed. I can't believe that I finally got one of these guys to add into the collection. I think this one might actually be a European copy or something, because it says Peggy. All right, fight to the death. Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10, Mac in blue. Ryan, show the image of Samurai Mac, and just go ahead and give me your answer.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with probably like Ben 10 or something.
Powerpuff Girls versus Ben. I think Powerpuff Girls might body Ben 10.
I think not.
Because their physical speed and just overall stature, he wouldn't even get a chance to hit that Omnitrex.
We'll see. Right?
Alright, so Punch Time Explosion getting added to the setup. Okay, so this next game, I'm a little disappointed in the condition it came in, and that is a game for Generator Rex, which is a Cartoon Network game. This is a show that was made right in the middle of Ben 10 being aired, Alien Force, I think. This is a spin-off show, but I'm pretty sure they're in the same universe, because there's even a collaboration episode where Rex meets Ben.
A distinction event.
You mean extinction event, genius. And the name's Bobo. Rex is the victim here, too.
But I actually never watched this show, have you?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Wow, that's crazy. I've heard of it for sure, but I've actually never watched Generator X, but I actually saw this game brand new sealed for $8. But the thing is would you call this sealed?
Yeah, unfortunately, because it's still got the original wrap on. Oh, does it? Damn, this thing's sagging right here.
Yes, sagging like an old man. This is not sealed, dude.
Okay, yeah, I'll say it's not.
But it is definitely not in great shape. Honestly, it's so messed up. I think I am going to just take this off because I just think it looks ugly, and I'd rather just have the game like that, and I know that it has never been opened. Let's might as well open it up.
Definitely used.
Yeah, definitely used. Brand spanking new in here. Like, even the artwork, though, is very, like, this looks like the guy who designed the Omnitrex had some extra stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but there we go. It's a licensed game, so there's never really too much to these or the rule books, but Ryan will play a little clip from this game. I had to pick it up for $8.
I'm Rex. Now thrill me. It's your turn to be like Rex.
Don't jump out too soon because there is another item in here that's gonna blow your mind. It's one of the items I've been looking for the longest of any of the GBA games. But this next one coming up is the Wild Thornberrys Chimp Chase. And this game right here, I never really played too much. I did remember having the game. I also had the Wild Thornberrys, the movie game. And that game I played all the way through up until the end. But that was, you know, a very hard game to watch, you know, having to see Eliza get drifted away in the distance by a helicopter every other 10 minutes when I lost. But this one is, I think, one of the few games where you play as Donnie. You can also play as Darwin. It says traverse the jungles of South America, outrun a rampaging rhino, avoid an avalanche in the Arctic Circle, and ride the kangaroos in the outback. That's a lot of adventure. But the guy that steals them is this guy named Kip, and he's like a known poacher in the Wild Thornberrys universe. Look at his bottom lip. That's how you know he's a poacher. He's hungry for stealing. I mean, obviously, Klasky Chupo artwork is already kind of ugly sometimes, but this guy is like especially ugly. A guy who has a wristwatch and arm hair that accentuates that wristwatch, he is gonna scam you. But we got Chimp Chase right here. This is the only game that I got that can actually fit inside of our protectors here. And like I said, guys, the game is just a basic platformer, so there's not too much of the game, no crazy cutscenes or anything like that, but it is definitely something we have to catalog and have in the collection brand new sealed. Okay, so we locked this guy up, and boom, he is brand new in the case. Absolutely beautiful. And as you guys know, these things are hard to come by. These type of boxes, they're soft, so it's not like a DS game or a PlayStation game where they're gonna just last forever. So unless people preserve them in containers like this, that's the only way they're gonna stay around. All right, Ryan, zoom in, set the ambiance. This is the most insane GBA game yet. So, I've been trying to search down and track down this game for over 3 years. And that is this game right here. Clash of the Anti-World. As you can see on the cover, it dons Cosmo and also Wanda and Timmy in the back here. Cosmo's clearly pressing the button. And it's, you know, it's kind of played out to be like, oh, Cosmo classically being stupid. He's pressing a button that's gonna explode the entire world. But what it actually is, they have a machine that they're trying to create an experiment, but then Crocker ends up messing with it, and it turns out that it only produces anti-fairies, and all the anti-fairies flow all through the world, and they're actually the ones that cause all the destruction. But this right here that I showed you, this is the US English cover of the game. That is a very common game. I actually don't have that one in the collection, and we will be adding that one very, very soon. It's kind of ironic that I added this one before that one, but I don't know why. I've tried to do my research. I even tried to ask a few people. I don't know why exactly they changed the cover, but in Europe, there's a complete different box and cover. Yes, sir. This one is way sicker, and it makes more sense to the game. Let's go ahead and compare that to the first one right here. It makes way more sense to the game because the anti-fairies really are the enemy here. You do play as Cosmo and Wanda, but they are good guys as usual. The bad guy is the anti-hero. I don't know if it was the connotation of like, oh, the anti-hero is purposely destroying the world, whereas Cosmo is lightheartedly accidentally doing it.
Right.
You know, so I think it's just the context of the situation. But we're gonna go ahead and pop this guy open because this is the protector that they had on it, and it is pretty much damn near mint. There is some light scratching on it right here, but you have to remember, guys, this came all the way over from Spain, actually. So this was literally a once in a lifetime kind of purchase for me. So I'm so glad that we got the alternative cover for this game. And of course, you guys know I'm gonna get that other cover now for sure. Probably already have ordered it by the time this video goes out. Let's go ahead and get this guy in a protector. This may be one of the few alternative covered sealed copies of the game. So we have to put this in a protector, absolutely. And I think that's the perfect one to finish it up on, don't you think? That was,
oh yeah,
that's just the creme de la creme. All right, so let's go ahead and put it inside the Malco. Now I and you, we can all sleep at night knowing there is one sealed alternative copy of this game in the world, and we got it, okay? So let's close this guy up, and now let's add all this amazing stuff to the collection. That is literally, give myself a round of applause. Parker, you gotta give, you know the drill. You gotta, yeah, there we go, yeah. But I can't believe we finally got this guy. This is literally, like I said, before I even had a lot of the stuff that we see in this room, this is a game I was looking for, so I'm just really hyped to have this. Let's go ahead and add it into the collection. All right, so there we go. We have it, the entire setup right there of Fairly OddParents sealed GBA games. I love it. I couldn't love it anymore. And then on the side here, we added the Chimp Chase right over here next to our pinball machine, the basket. We got a bunch of stuff up here. As you guys know, all of these games and stuff are only up here temporarily. Eventually, they're gonna all be categorized in like a list, you know, normally stacked up with games, but we're still waiting one day for some grand item to go on top of this arcade machine to replace all this stuff. And I know it's gonna kind of seem a weird spot, but if we remember, we got a lot of stuff inside of here. Until we get a bigger catalog of them, I went ahead and put the Game Boy Advance video back here because if you were able to see through here before, and it's kind of like a nothingness, but now we have both of them back there, and we're gonna let that go all the way back. So that setup I really, really love. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Stand it. Alright guys, that is actually it for this one. Make sure you guys smack that like button before you guys leave. Do not leave this video without hitting the like button, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And also check out this video on your screen right here, which is the last epic video on this channel. I know you guys are gonna love it. Go check that one out. I went in a freaking flea market hunting with my mom. You guys absolutely loved that video. You get to see Daisy, the CEO / owner of my business, as you guys know. I'll see you guys over there. And as always, Red Pack, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios. Bloop.